diet tips that I received from friends over the years. I had a friend who, when I was in my early 20s, her family would fill one dinner plate with milk. They made taco salad once, and it wasn't a platter. She used an actual plate, and she set pieces of lettuce all over the plate. And then she put the 1 pound of ground beef over the top of it, shredded cheese, tomatoes, and onions. And then she called her 4 kids and her husband to dinner. 6 people ate something that was served on a dinner plate in one level. One wasn't heaping, it was level. And that is how her girls stayed. Probably they were 5'2" and weighed about 95 pounds. And her boys weren't much bigger than that. And that was the one diet tip that I received from them. And it really wasn't a diet tip. It just so happened that I was there during a meal and watched her prepare this taco salad for the entire family. And it was the size of a serving bowl, a salad bowl with a salad in it, but it would have fed an individual. I mean, it would have been the equivalent of 2 of the large taco salads that you used to buy in restaurants. But anyway, that was tip 1 from the first friend. Second tip, I had a friend who was a size 0 who held her pants together in front of her. They gathered, and she was a size 0, meaning that she was smaller than a 0. And she looked at me and she said, "You do know that I have only ate 4 times in the last 2 weeks." And I was like, "What, do you need food?" And she was like, no, that's how much I eat. I eat like 4 meals in 2 weeks. And I said, "Well, how do you get through? Because you need the energy." She'd drink a Coke for breakfast, a Coke for lunch. If she didn't eat that day, she'd have a Coke for supper. And so basically her tip would be, what did you have for breakfast? 3 days ago when I had breakfast, I had an egg and some toast, some juice, and a Coke. What did you have for lunch? Well, last week on Friday, I had a half a sandwich and almost a whole bowl of soup, which was 1 ladle, and Coke for lunch, Coke for breakfast. Well, what did you have for dinner? The last time I had dinner was not this last Monday, the Monday before, and I had a half a piece of lasagna with a whole piece of garlic toast, because I really like garlic toast. And that was her diet tip to me of how she weighed 80 to 85 pounds at 5'5", and was less than a size 0. And the other diet tip that I received was working in I was working in an office of I'm trying to think what the name of it, a realtor. I had a real estate license and was working for a realtor. And the realtor was actually my second cousin. Again, we're talking about somebody who's extremely petite, 5'2", weighs 90 pounds. I've had like 4 or 5 friends. This one girl was 5'5" and weighed like 85 to 90 pounds. She was a size 0. The other ones were like size 2s. But this realtor's office, this woman said to me I had ordered a meal from like Chili's and had gone and picked it up. Was sitting there eating it, and she looked at me and she said, "Do you know for lunch I eat a granola bar?" She said, "As a matter of fact, I eat a granola bar for breakfast." And I said, "What do you have for supper?" "Something sensible." They would eat salads. I had, my aunt once told me that she would go to Chili's and she would order steamed vegetables, and she made it sound like it was phenomenal. "Oh, I get the steamed vegetables and all this," and she was literally telling me to go, that if I eat out, I should get steamed vegetables, because she weighed 90 pounds. And I'm like going, I'm 5'5", I'm at least 3 to 5 inches taller than they are, except for the one friend that was the same height, that only ate 4 times in 2 weeks. And she would drink Coke with sugar, and that would be the energy that got her through. And those were the diet tips that I received from